Hello, how are you today? My name's Madeleine and I have a 30-minute strength and body weight class planned for you today. Are you ready? Here's what you'll need. You'll need a sturdy chair because we're going to be sitting in the chair, but you know what? Feel free to try some of the exercises standing if you want. You're going to need a squishy ball, but don't panic or worry if you don't have one because I'm going to show you the perfect fix. If you don't have a squishy ball, go to the bathroom or the kitchen, get a small hand towel, take the corners, opposite corners like so that it's as long as it can be, twirl it around, and then all you do is tie a knot. Here, let me put that down. All you do is tie a knot with the end pieces, and everything I do with the squishy ball, you can do with a tied up towel. Does that make sense? Okay, I'm gonna put it under the chair. So you have your squishy ball or your towel. You have your water, of course, because we want to stay hydrated. And I'm going to start the timer, and we're going to have a seat in our chair. Sit up tall and lifted towards the edge of the chair so you're not slouching or leaning back. Pulling your abdominals in, shoulder blades back and down, neck nice and long, breathe deep, nice and relaxed, and take your right arm forward and down, then left. Take your hand and turn it into a fist. So it's more of a punch. Punch. We're gonna do a little boxing class in the beginning. That's what's gonna warm us up. So our first is a punch forward. Punch. Good. Now hold it here, punch, rotate from the shoulder and then down. Punch, shoulder rotates, think of your thumb up and then turn sideways, like you're pouring a glass of water. Okay, and again, punch. We'll do it one more time like this, then I want you to put those two moves together. So you punch and rotate at the same time. Punch and rotate at the same time. There we go. You got it? So now you're concentrating on two things, right? The rotating of the shoulder and the reaching forward. But how about your posture? Are you thinking about sitting up tall and lifted, shoulder blades back and down, chest lifted? I know, always so many things to think about. How about shoulder blades squeezing together so you're activating those postural muscles? Give me 4 more. Go 4, 3, 2. So I have another punch for you. You're gonna take your left arm and you're gonna punch across and down. Now you're right. Punch across and down. A little bit quicker. Here we go. Punch and down. Punch. So this is called a hook. You take the arm out and across, and you're warming up the shoulder, but starting to activate your core muscles, your abdominals, and your back. You feeling it there too? Let's do a new move. Uppercut. Go from under and down. Under. Punch again. Under. Under and up. Now this is really, I want you to feel in your middle back and abdominals, like they're waking up, activating. All right, let's roll. Let's roll, let's roll. Arms can be a big circle or a little quick circle, big slow circle, little quick circle, what feels right to you? This reminds me of those punching bags that you see those boxers doing, right? Punch, 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 4, 3, 2, and 1, shake it out. Whew. All right, upper body's warming up. How about lower body? Let's march and march. There you go. Step and step. Now try a little bit quicker. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. Good, right on that beat. You hear the beat? Chest lifted, shoulders back. You know, this ball right behind me reminds me to sit up straight. How about you? March, march, march. Excellent. You want to add those punches while we're marching our feet. So we're starting to get that upper and body working together. Left punch, go punch and punch and punch and punch. Now add the rotation. 4 more, 4. You're gonna always count with me. 3, 2. Remember what's next? Hook. So you come from the side, across, across. It's a little challenging, huh? Feet marching, arms pumping. And don't worry if it feels a little awkward. You know what? Awkward just means your brain is learning. Now, how about the uppercuts? Here we go, uppercuts. So you're training your body how to do the move. All right, here's our rolls. Roll, 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 big or small, you decide. 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Shake it out. Whew. Big shoulder circles. Go up, back, and down. And again, up, back, and down. One more time. Up, back, and down. Last little series to make sure we're really activating those posture muscles in the back. Take your hands to your thighs and then pull them up like goalposts. Way back, squeezing your shoulder blades as you do that motion. Drop down. Let's try it again a little bit quicker. Here we go. So you squeeze your shoulder blades and lower. Feel your chest opening up and lower. 2 more. Up. If you have this, time to make it a little bigger. Reach your arms forward, arms straight, corners, and down. Again, think shoulder blades, right between your shoulder blades, those muscles, squeeze, and lower. Last one, lift, and lower, excellent. Okay, time to get the ball or your towel, whichever you have, just reach around. The first exercise we're gonna focus on is wrist and hand strength, forearm and hand strength, all right? So you're gonna take the ball, roll it towards me. So you take one hand and it rotates right there in the wrist, and the ball will roll and roll. Each time you roll the ball with one hand, the other hand now has to grab hold of it. So it's hand strength, mobility in the wrists, and forearm strength. You want to try to go a little faster? I'm gonna let you. So you know that it's important to pay attention to your body while you're doing these exercises. Don't get frustrated. If something is difficult in the beginning, just stick with it. Your body will eventually get it, I promise. If it's uncomfortable or you notice pain in somewhere like your low back or joint, then you don't do it. So you gotta listen to your body. You gotta pay attention. Okay, how's this going, by the way? Are you still moving that ball? Let's try a little coordination. So as the ball is rolling, now you may be getting a little tired in the forearm and the wrist. That's okay, those muscles are working. Let's add a knee lift. So you lift your right knee and lower. Lift your left knee and lower. Meanwhile, keep that ball going. I know, it's challenging. Something else is gonna happen. Your abdominals will become involved because they're keeping you upright. I don't want you to lean back. I want you to stay tall and lifted. Keep the ball rolling. Rolling. Good job. Last 4. Oh my. 3, 2, 1. And give it a rest. Whew. Okay, do you feel that? We're gonna do another exercise for the same muscle group. This time you're gonna roll the ball towards you. So it's in the opposite direction. And you can start small. Okay, take your posture. Okay, here's what I do, and I probably think you might too, is when you really focus on one part of the body, so we're really focusing on those wrists and shoulders, our body tends to then slump or we're not paying attention. So we gotta check our posture. We want those muscles, those postural muscles in your back and your abdominals to be strong in endurance. We want them to be able to keep you tall and lifted all day long. Whether you're sitting, watching TV, or standing in the grocery store, I want you to be aware of your postural muscles. All right, meanwhile, how are those wrists doing? Can you do a few more? Last 4, 3, 2, and 1. Give it a little breather. Whew. All right. Relax those shoulders just in case you were tensing up. Nice and easy. Pull those shoulder blades back and down. That's it. We're going to take the ball. A little coordination. Index finger, middle finger, ring finger, baby finger. Now, of these two things, they're both important, but I want you to really make sure you're squeezing that ball or towel. You hear me? All right, here we go. One more, and relax, shake it out. Ooh. Okay, how about we give these upper body muscles a little bit of a break, and we're gonna take the ball and place it right between your knees. Feet are flat on the floor. I always say ball, but you know, if you have a towel, you know what I mean, okay? It's all right. Squeeze that ball or towel and then release. Notice, do you feel these muscles here tighten and release? So they squeeze, release, squeeze, release, squeeze. That's it, squeeze. So these are the stabilizers. These are the inner and outer thigh muscles. They help keep you upright. Squeeze tight, so it's important that they stay strong. Check your posture, abs and shoulders back. 8 more. 7, keep squeezing. 6. Twist. Ah, I know. Sometimes you start doing one move and then the other one goes away. We're trying to keep our brain active and have the ability of doing 2 things at once. Because in life, we're often doing more things all at once, right? All right, how's it going? Are you twisting, squeezing, breathing, sitting up tall? 4 more, let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, and relax. Excellent. All right, how's that feel? A little tired? That's okay, you know. Feeling the muscle fatigue a little is good. That means you're strengthening it. Where you don't want to feel it is you don't want pain in a joint. So you wouldn't be I didn't want you to feel it in your low back or your knees. All right, take the ball to the outside of the thigh. This now is what we call outer thigh press. The hand is here, it's pressing. I'm using the muscles of my outer thigh to try to move the ball. At the same time, my hand is like a wall and is not going to let that knee move that ball. So it squeezes the ball, squeeze, release, squeeze. Can you see? Have you started with me? Exhale, every time you squeeze that ball, knee is moving that direction and these muscles here are tightening. 8 more. 7, count out loud with me. 6, 5, 4, 3. Are you feeling your buttocks and your outer thighs squeeze? Last one and relax. Good job. Other side, exact same exercise. Here we go. Squeeze and squeeze. Exhale. Now, if you're noticing that the muscles here are working, they are. All of this is tightening. That's what's keeping this knee from moving the ball, right? 8 more, count down, out loud. 7, 6, 5, feel your abs bracing. That's what's keeping you upright, protecting your low back. Last one. I hope I counted that correctly. Okay, let's go back to the first side. And the coordination element is, as you squeeze, you're gonna extend this leg. Okay, you wanna try? So you squeeze, extend, bend down. Exhale, that's it. Squeeze, make sure this leg is going out. So the hard part is not just the hand squeezing. Remember, You're pressing the leg out. Out and down. One more. Out and down. Good. All right, let's take it to the other side. We have right here, and you squeeze, release, squeeze, release. Knee going out. Keep this going and add the extension. Extend, release. Extend. Oh, I think I made it too fast. Sorry. Let's go back to the slow version. Extend and bend. Here we are. So you extend, squeeze, release, extend. I'm not perfect. Give me two more like this. Extend, bend, last one, extend. You got it. All right. That's a good one, huh? You feel that? Let's do a little fun and do some hand-eye coordination exercises. You're gonna take the ball and you're gonna toss and catch it. Try it. Toss and catch. So the first few, you're nice and small. It doesn't have to go high. Once you feel a little confident, you're gonna add a little bit higher of a toss if you want. Toss and catch. Hard part is not necessarily the catching, it's the checking your posture so you're not slumping while you're tossing and catching the ball. Now see if you can toss and catch without really looking at the ball, okay? Just toss and catch, stay looking at me, toss and catch. So you kind of see it there in the outer edges of your vision. Last one. Excellent. Okay, stay here. Remember the twist we did before? You twist to the right, you twist to the left. This time we're going to do it with the ball and twist. Holding the ball as you twist from the right to the left, keeping your hips forward and moving only waist up. Okay, let's add a toss and catch. So hold, toss and catch. Then you go to the other side, hold, toss and catch. And again, you got it? Toss and catch, hold, toss and catch. We have it one more time like this, hold, toss and catch. For more of a challenge, you're gonna do them together. So you're gonna toss as you twist. Toss as you twist. For fun, just try it. Toss and catch and twist all at the same time. Toss and catch. So you have to kind of toss the ball and catch it on the other side of your body. One more each side. And relax, shake it out. Whew, that was kind of fun, right? Worst thing that can happen is it drops, you have to pick it up. That's all right, right? Okay, abdominals. Let's start focusing on our abdominals. Strengthen our abdominals. We have the ball in hand. Drop those shoulders back and down. You're gonna lean back, moving from your hips. So it's a hinge, an opening hinge, and you feel your abdominals brace. Like someone was gonna punch you in the belly. That's what I want those abdominals to feel like. And then come all the way up. Try it again. Lean back and hold. Come upright. The ball is here. Lean back and hold. Come upright. All right, remember the muscles right there between the shoulder blades? Hold those shoulder blades down and exhale on the hard part. So you go, exhale, come up. If you're mastering this, if this is feeling totally doable, I'm gonna show you a couple of variations to make it a little harder. All right, ball in front of you. It makes it probably the easiest. Take the ball in your right hand, take it out to the side, now left, out to the side, and up. So it's a little more challenging. Do you feel that? How you brace a little more? Out, and center. Exhale, and center. One more. Exhale, and center. Hold. Next variation, we're gonna take the ball overhead and hold that lean back. So open the hinge, hold it there. Right arm goes up for 2 and down for 2. Left arm, up, up, and down. Only go as high as it's comfortable on your shoulder, that's for sure. But meanwhile, if you're feeling these abs bracing, holding you upright, that's what I want. A little more challenging is both arms at the same time. The most challenging is to hold it there. Breathe, don't hold your breath. Hold 4, 3, 2, and come up. Yes. Okay, that is a really, really important exercise because those are the muscles that help you sit up from sitting up out of bed, anytime you're laying down. All right, take your feet a little wider. Another really functional movement that we do a lot during the day is picking things up off the floor. So take the ball, hinge from your hips, not rounding from the spine, hinge from the hips. So the movement happens here, chest is lifted as if you're being pulled forward. Ball is just down between your feet and then come up. Try it again, here we go. So you hinge and reach down, come up. Hinge, reach down, come up. If you're comfortable with it, try to tap the ball to the floor. Hinge, come up. Can you get the hinge and your torso is moving all as one piece, right? No bending or arching your back. It just stays neutral spine and up. And I'm not necessarily looking down at the ball. I'm keeping my neck, part of my whole spine, keeping it moving all as once. And now, you know, pacing is not that important. If you're going a little slower, that's okay. What's important is that you keep your back straight. Give me 2 more. 1, and lift. Last one, and lift, and excellent. All right, shake it out. Whew, that's a good one. A little coordination for our feet. You're gonna take your toes in, and then your heels, and then your toes, and then your heels. Let's go out. Go out, 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 in. And again, now heels, toes, heels, toes. One more time. Toes, heels. Now hold. Here's where you should be. Toes pointing slightly outward. Everybody's turnout is a little bit different. Just make sure your knees and your toes are out. What we're gonna do is from sitting position to standing position. With the ball in one hand if you can. If not, if you need both hands to help you get out of the chair, then I want you to put the ball behind you and you just leave it there. If you can, we're gonna keep our knees out over the toes, the ball in one hand, and you're either gonna push here with it right at the seat of the chair, go halfway and up. If you can do it without your hands, that's great. So you go halfway and then have a seat. So I'm lifting maybe 2 inches off the seat of the chair. Halfway and lift. One more time, halfway and lift. Let's give it a break and see where you're at. How did it feel? Okay, we're gonna go all the way to standing if you can. If that was a challenge, I want you to put the ball behind you and you're gonna use your hands. If you can do it with both hands holding onto the ball, squeezing, exhaling, you wanna watch me first. It looks like this. Hinge forward, squeeze the ball, push into the ground with your heels, come all the way up. Whew, a lot of things happening. Then exhale, squeeze the ball, and have a seat. If you can, try it with me. Exhale, come all the way up, squeeze your butt, open up those hip flexors, press down. Squeezing the ball, exhale, squeeze, lift, and down. It's hard. Here we go. Exhale, lift, and release. All right? If you're saying to yourself, that was easy, we're gonna try to go a little faster, all right? So exhale, lift, and down. Squeeze that ball, down. Last one, here we go, squeeze, and release, and hold. Excellent, so we got a little leg work in there. Bring your feet back to front. Just can keep them about hip width apart. If you put the ball down, I want you to pick it up again, because the last exercise we're gonna focus on are these chest muscles. We started to use them when we were sitting and standing. You're gonna squeeze, but we're not doing like we did before where we were doing this with our fingers. This is pressing forward, so you're using the muscles of your chest, okay? Squeeze, release, squeeze, release, squeeze. Come on, we're almost done with the hard part. Exhale. Exhale as you squeeze. Check your abdominals. So what you're gonna do is a little body check. Do those abdominals feel bracing? Do they feel like someone's gonna sock me in the stomach? I better really activate those abdominals. Exhale, press. Can you see that my fingertips are what's on the ball? Exhale. And where I'm feeling it, so what I'm hoping is happening with you is you're feeling it right here in your chest muscles. Squeeze. Exhale. 8 more. Count with me. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Stay here, right leg. Tap out, tap in. Tap out, tap in. Coordination exercise. This is what our lower body is doing. Guess what our upper body is gonna do? If you said chest squeezes, you were right. Here we go. Squeeze, release, squeeze, release, squeeze. So what's happening is my chest muscles are pressing. I'm like trying to pop the ball with my fingertips and tap side. Now you're gonna involve your abdominals by leaning side, keeping the ball right there in the center. So abdominals are working, right? These guys are working. These guys are working. Your brain is working. Breathe. 4 more. 3, 2. Yep, 1 was it. All right, put the ball behind you. We get to do a few stretches. My ball likes to roll, so hopefully it won't roll. All right, phew. Shake it out. Let's start by stretching the muscles we just worked, the chest. Hands go to the side and press back. Inhale, exhale. And then release. Take your hands behind you, holding onto the back of the chair. Chest lifts. Now here's where it gets a little tricky. Try to rotate your shoulders back and feel that stretch a little more in the chest. Good job. Go ahead, release. Shoulder circles. And hold right there. Shoulders back, chest lifted. Left arm goes to the outside of your thigh. Hand goes to the back of the chair. Lift up, then rotate, starting from your neck. Look over your shoulder. Then move that whole upper part of your torso so the rotation happens in the middle of your spine. And then come back to center. Other side. So first the head. Then you take your hand to the outside of the thigh, hand to the back of the chair, and rotate that upper part of your torso. And feel that nice rotation in the middle of your back. And come back to center. Good. Shoulder circles back and down again. I want to do a little stretching for our wrists because we did all of those wrist circles and hand squeezing. Bring your fingers up, push so the elbow starts bent. You reach forward, low, so it's not too high. You feel that stretch right there? Let's try the other side, same thing. Because you know what's important. Strength is important in those muscles. But flexibility and mobility is important for the joints, right? Okay, circle those wrists, other way. And then let's pay a little attention to our ankles. So take your hands underneath your thigh, lift it up, and big circle with your right ankle. Doesn't have to be quick. Now circle the other way. There you go. Yes. And then release. Feels good, right? You may have heard me say this before, but this is so important to do every day. Well, movement in general, right? You should move every single day. But what I like to do, sometimes we get busy or you don't feel good and we end up not moving too much during the day. A good thing that I do is I try to make sure I move all joints, so wrist, fingers, shoulders, spine, hips, do something that moves every joint every day. Okay, well that, big round of applause for you. Thank you for joining me. I hope you have a wonderful day and see you next time.